People of the internet! Have you heard? Apparently the rapture is taking place today, September 23rd, 2025. People on TikTok, I believe the post originally started, the bold claim originally first started from, I believe it was a South African pastor who declared that September 23rd, 2025 was the day that the Lord will return. The rapture will take place, in which a select few of people will be hoisted up into the sky to be back in the presence of God, while the rest of us remain here on earth to suffer. And of course, the people on the internet, of course, people on TikTok went crazy with their thoughts. Some people in full belief, some people calling it phooey, some people making jokes. Of course, you know how the internet is. I have a few of these clips over on TikTok pulled up. Of course, I'll share my thoughts. I encourage you guys to share your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let's get into it.
This is why everyone thinks the rapture will happen tomorrow. So a South African preacher went viral with claims saying that the rapture would be happening either tomorrow or Wednesday. Now, according to the preacher, he had a vision that kind of told him this, and there is some significance to the date that he chose as it coincides with the Jewish New Year. Now, the claims of this preacher have sort of sent a bunch of people into a panic. If you've been on social media recently, you've probably seen many videos from people saying that they won't be having to go into work soon. Or maybe you've seen the videos of people warning other people about getting left behind. There are even some people that are giving away things that they own in preparation for the rapture. Now look guys, I don't want to put a damper on things, but rapture claims like this tend to always go viral around the same time of year every year. I personally have been hearing these same claims since I was little. Now with that said, I don't know 100% that it's not going to happen, but I highly advise against anyone that is giving away things that they might need in preparation for this event. Because if it does end up happening, that stuff will get left behind and used by someone who needs it anyways. So please, just keep it for yourself.
As many of you know, the rapture is on Tuesday. I've given away all my earthly possessions to the heathens that I know will not be coming.
For the people who believe the rapture is happening on Tuesday, what time zone do you think it is?
Valid point.
Because there's 38 different time zones in the world.
September 23rd for me.
At 12 Eastern on Tuesday, it'll
be a different time for you.
9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday in LA. And it'll be 6 p.m. in Hawaii, depending on daylight savings time. So say it's 12 p.m. noon on Tuesday, then it's Wednesday in half the world. There's some time zones plus 14, 17 hours. What time zone? That's why the Bible says no man know the day nor the hour, because of the time zones, y'all.
If you're not ready for the rapture tomorrow, then I don't know what to tell you, because we've been warning you people for a while now. Last night I was able to get rid of my truck. I sold it for $5,000. I have signed over my house to family that I know they don't go to church, so I figured I would leave it to them. My life savings,
this is for satire and entertainment purposes only.
My savings right now.
It's jokes.
So a bunch of Christians on social media think that tomorrow the 23rd is the rapture, and they've been posting all over social media about it. And people are having a lot of fun with it. But let's talk about religious psychosis for a moment, shall we?
My husband wanted me to request off work for September 23rd. So I requested off, and it was denied. And I wasn't stressing about it, but Thursday in the car, I prayed and I asked God, whenever the rapture happens, whether it is next week, next month, next year, can you please just arrange things where I can be home with my family when it happens? About 4 hours later.
When you finally start moving.
Let's pause it there, folks. So, I mean, of course, you get the gist of it there. Of course, again, take things with a grain of salt as you see on the internet. Some people are taking this thing as a complete joke. Some people take this thing dead seriously. One thing about TikTok in particular, that this has indeed become a trend. So, as soon as there's a trend on TikTok, people means that's views. That's, you know, some type of monetary gain to some degree, right? So people, of course, are going to hop on the bandwagon and say whatever, right? Jokes, laughs, whatever the case is. Now, my personal opinion is this. First of all, I do believe, right? I'm not super religious, whatever the case is, but no man will know the hour nor the day. I think if any of us had the ability to determine when our time was up, that would be something that would only be mere coincidence. I don't think anybody, till this day, has been able to pinpoint the exact day or time in which the end will be here, right? All predictions, of course, you guys been hearing these things happen all the time. Every year or so, people make some type of claim that tomorrow is the day, judgment day, this, that, and the other, right? However, though I do not agree that today, of course, at the time of you guys watching this, it is technically the 23rd. Though I do believe that today is not the rapture, I will say I do think we are in the end times. That I will say. So I'm going to give a time frame. I think the rapture could take place from anywhere from this month all the way to about like 2030, 2035. And of course, if you're new to this channel, you may not be aware that these are my personal views. Of course, I'm not saying anything of this is fact, but I do believe that the days are evil. And I don't think we got that much time anyway. So though it might not be today, our time will come. And the rapture, of course, if you guys know, of course, it's only, I guess, allegedly a specific few people, the lucky ones, will be called up, hoisted up into the heavens to be back in the presence of God, while the rest of us, or the rest of the other people, let's just say, suffer and remain here on earth. I had a thought earlier today as well, too, man. Like, this is a whole nother tangent in itself, but just looking at the world and what it means to just be a human, the human experience. Sometimes I even question if, like, the people that are already passed away, maybe they're the lucky ones. You ever thought about that? What if the people that are already long gone, may God rest their souls, what if they are the ones that are truly at peace while we remain here paying bills and suffering and going back and forth on racism and politics and ignorance and stupidity? What if we're the ones that are still alive here, still truly suffering, while the ones that have already gone are in bliss for the most part? I think about that sometimes. Like, they dodged the bullet, quote unquote, I guess you could say, for the people that are no longer here, because they no longer have to deal with the things that we are currently dealing with now. See what I'm saying? So who has it better? The ones that are still here or the ones who have gone and passed away? I don't know. That's just a thought. But nonetheless, folks, do I believe that the rapture is taking place today? No, I do not. Do I believe that we are in some tricky times and we still should be a little bit diligent in how we move and how we treat each other? Yeah, 100%, absolutely. Because though it may not be today, we don't know when it could be. And it wouldn't be a stretch for me to believe and say that it could be within our lifetime that everything crumbles. But of course, I don't want to be doom and gloom. I don't want to increase your anxiety levels, nothing of the sort. But I do believe, though we might make joke of these things and make little laughs and have little trends on TikTok, I do believe we are in some very turbulent times where it's not going to be a lot of things that are going to be funny in the near future. I think we're laughing now. Some of us are laughing to prevent ourselves from crying. But I think we're embarking on some times where there's not going to be too much things to be laughing at in the near future. That's just me. Of course, I want to hear your thoughts, folks. Assuming, of course, you live to see this video. If today is the rapture, and of course, you did not live to see this video, well, we had a good run. But of course, if you're watching this anytime beyond September 23rd, depending on where you are in the world, I want to hear your thoughts, man. What do you make of all of this? Jokes, satire? Do you think our days are still numbered, though it may not be September 23rd in which we might depart? What are your thoughts? How are you conducting yourselves through these end times-esque vibes here in the world, here in America, wherever you reside in the world? Share your thoughts down in the comment section below. Of course, as always, the likes, the comments, and subscribes are all greatly appreciated. I will catch you guys on the next one.